Dear students, continuing on with thematic apperception test, we are going to talk about resourcefulness. What is this resourcefulness? Or do we call it effective intelligence? Yes, both of them are the same. Life, all leaders are very well known for effective intelligence. What is effective intelligence? I'll teach you in simple terms. Whenever you go down to a village and you find a person has some problem, he says, let's go to the leader. Netaji ke paas chalte, wo jugaad batayenge. Now this jugaad is called as resourcefulness or effective intelligence. What is jugaad? What is the resourcefulness? Resourcefulness comes in different forms. One, it comes in terms of knowledge. You must be knowing that this can be done by so and so. That is also resourcefulness. Then it comes by approach. You are having connectivity with all, so you are helping them get the help from others. Third, it comes from innovative solutions, where you think, okay, this can be done, so we will do this, and this way we can solve. Fourth, it comes during crisis. In crisis, often you fall short of solutions. So you have to make combination of solutions. That is resourcefulness. You have to use different things to cut short the process and make it successful. This is resourcefulness. It also means effective intelligence. Intelligence itself is observation and solution. But what is effective intelligence? When we apply intelligence to solve a solution, we sometimes find that certain manipulations, certain modulations, certain difficulty level has made it not as simple as we thought. So we have to make some changes. We have to use some extra brain or extra thought to come up with a solution. It always comes in crisis. It always comes in shortage. It always comes in emergency action. Now in emergency action, you cannot expect that the ambulance is there. But you'll have to use brain. For example, I'll give you an example. Suppose a person has broken his leg badly. So it is hanging. The bones are hanging. So now, if you carry like that, what will happen? It will damage more. So you have to give support to the leg, right? That is why fractured people, they go for plaster. In the plaster, what is done? They tie a system so that your leg stays steady and at that right position. And then with your intake of calcium and medicines, you fill up the gap which is broken. Am I right? So now you have to go there, but there is no possibility. So what are you going to do? You're going to get a small stretcher. You're going to make a stretcher. How? If you don't get anything, you catch hold of 4 or 5 bamboo sticks, tie them and make a temporary stretcher. Or you go down to a hospital, get a stretcher. Now this thought process of solving by alternative solution is called effective intelligence. It is also called resourcefulness. It is also called in Hindi, jugaad. Now this is very important. What is it? It is very important to solve a problem, not look for the perfect solution. We are not living in America that everything is available there. So every time you have an emergency, there is always resources. Yes, our country will soon come to that level, but right now it is not there. So what does a leader have to do at that point of time when he comes across a situation where he has this challenge? What does he do? He applies brain to put 2 and 2 together to make it 5. We have heard that language in Hindi, do or do panch. What do you mean by do or do panch? Now 2 and 2 is 4, but if we use it intelligently, it becomes 5. We have also heard one more slogan, ek aur ek 11. What do you mean by that? Though 1 and 1 is 2, but if 2 people work properly with energy, they can make it as effective as 11 people. Same thing in resourcefulness. So if your story exhibits that you have a mind which looks at innovative solutions, is able to apply reasoning, is able to practically solve things in spite of shortcoming of things, and is able to solve the thing, it's appreciated. So in few of your stories, if you exhibit this quality, if you exhibit this thought process, it's going to be appreciated. Remember, in your GTO tasks, when you do progressive group tasks, half group tasks, individual command tasks, you are again using your resourcefulness. You are using your mind to get solutions. Even in the interview, they ask you sometimes if you get short, you use resourcefulness. So resourcefulness is a quality which you should express. Suppose you are sitting here in the class and your pen goes dry. What are you going to do? Go back home, get a new pen and then study? I'm not going to be here all the time. So what do? You take help from your nearby. It's not there. Next, not there. You take a pencil and manage because you have to write notes. Same thing, when you use your mind to solve and you don't care for the problem, but you think of the solution, you create new solutions. There are times when you have to attack some people who have come in a vehicle. You are not good numbers. What are you going to do? Call the police. But before the police comes, they will run away. So what will you do? Quietly you puncture their tire. You take away their vehicle's ignition key. You disturb their sparking plug so that they don't run away. So when they don't run away, their vehicle is caught, they are caught. Yes, resourcefulness. So resourcefulness is a thought process, it's a style. And this style basically works on one thing very properly, that is putting the idea in such a way that it solves. So if you have these things, and if you've done it, I'm sure you must have done it as a house captain, sports player. Sometimes you don't get a ball. You have to prepare. Now you remember this teams, when they go to Australia, they have bouncing pitches. So how do they manage? They create those pitches here? No. They play with tennis ball on the cemented floor to get those ideas. And in the process, they learn how to play with the ball there also. Though that time the ball is different. Now this kind of adaptability, but with a thinking process which helps us to imagine and to resolve, is a resourcefulness. So when you become resourceful, you can become a good leader. And people come to leaders because they want resources. Now, I'm sorry for the throat, but they want to come for resources. Why do they want to come? Because they think that the leader will have the mind to put two and two together. He may also have contacts, he may also have knowledge, but more importantly, he will think good solutions. So a good leader has to be a person with good thinking. Now, armed forces officer is also a leader of men. So he has to put all these things together. So do you understand this approach? This approach basically is very important and you require it in your day-to-day life. And thus, in your stories, if you have some themes which reflect this thought process, where you put 2-3 things together to manage. Now somebody is drowning. At that point of time, do you think that some boats are there? Sometimes they're not there. And then you use some rope from some place, or probably your own cycle tube, you take it out from his cycle and throw it to him, or vehicles, tire, anything to give rescue to the person so that the person stays afloat. And then with the help of other people, you get them. Am I right? Now that is resourcefulness. So please learn this point and express in your story how you used innovative ways to solve your things. By writing in the story, you are sending a message across to the psychologist that you are resourceful in your approach. But that is not enough. When you will be doing it in progressive group tasks, you'll have to prove it. Got the point? So I hope these all theme things come into your mind, clears your mind, and makes you better. God bless you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.